this example, we're going to use GPT-4 Omni as a chat completion model. What that means, we're going to take an image as an input and produce a text as an output. Very simple. And as I'm doing so, I want you to imagine use cases for your own business, etc. So we're going to go to API reference. We're going to click on chat, and then we're going to click on create chat completion. As you can see, OpenAI has provided us the formatting for using this function. So when we're sending out the message, we just have to include the image into the content body of the message. So if you click on the content, it's an array of contents parts with a definite. Each can be typed text or image URL when passing an image. You can pass multiple images by adding multiple image URL content parts. Image input is only supported when using GPT-4 visual preview model, so which includes GPT-4 Turbo as well as GPT-4 Omni. You can see the specific parts for that image. Now, the only difference between the image input for the assistant and the image input for the content is the image is accepted as a URL or a base64 encoded image data. Base encoded image data is a way to represent binary image data as a text string. This is good for storage and fast processing when we're sending this off to the chat completion object. However, I do not see a way you can attach file objects here. So we're just going to use the method provided by OpenAI. Now we're going to dive into a coding session. To start things off, you need to install OpenAI package using the pip command. Once that is loaded up, we are going to make sure we have our OpenAI API key embedded here under the secrets panel. And I'm going to put the link to this notebook in the description where you can adapt it to your needs as well as use it as boilerplate code. We're going to import a bunch of functions here that we need for this task, which also includes the base64 package. We're going to create a function that takes the image and creates a base64 file with it. As you can see, we have the client object authenticated with the API key. So now using the client object, we have access to all the OpenAI functions and models. So we have authenticated our client object. We just need to use a completion code here and then get the message back from the chat completion model. Now, GPT-4 Omni might not be available to everyone. They're slowly releasing out the model, so make sure you find out if you have access to the model first. So we do this using the models.list function from OpenAI to list all the models that you have available in your OpenAI account. So in my account, I can see I have access to the GPT-4o. There's actually two models. There are GPT-4 Omni 513 and GPT-4 Omni. Okay, so I'm not sure what is the difference between these two models, but if you know, write it in the comments. We're going to use the GPT-4 Omni to be safe. Then use ChatGPT to write up a function. This will take a query text as well as my API key, and then it's going to return the response back from the chat completion model in the format that I want. Essentially, what's happening inside the function is that it's using the Google Collaboratory file upload feature, taking the file input, and then it's processing it as a base64 image. As you can see here, it's creating a base64 image, which is essentially the image converted to text format. This whole section here where it's just a wrapping to assign our API keys as well as sending off the text as well as the image. So as you can see, we're sending the image and the text under the content parameter of the message. Under content, it's going to be arrays, and each item is going to be different types. One is a text, one is an image URL. And basically, I'm sending this off to OpenAI servers under the chat completion link. All right, so I run this function. So this function should be ready for me to use. All right, so I write up a query text here, and then that text is going to be sent to the function along with my OpenAI API key, which I already put it in here. Just realized I do not need the client object. I can just use this function here. So process image and query. I have a couple of images on my local drive. I have an image of a dashboard. I also have an image of Obama, emotional. Now, as you know, GPT-4 Omni understands emotion from pictures, which is a really great feature to have. And then we're going to bring out the Sherlock Holmes inside of the Omni model by having it do an analysis of this CT scan. Now, apparently this CT scan is of a brain hemorrhage. Now, there's no text saying that, but I'll let GPT-4 Omni figure it out. I have a picture of Mona Lisa. I've always wondered what emotion Mona Lisa is feeling. Is it happy, sad, neutral? I don't know. Let's put Omni to the test. Let's go ahead and start with the dashboard. Get this up and running. You just press Control Enter. Now you have an option to choose files. We're going to choose the file here, and then we're going to import the dashboard. It's loading it up, saving dashboard. It's also displaying the image, and look how fast it ran in the chat completion. GPT-4o is multimodal. It can take images, direct input into the chat completion, which saves a lot of time and reduces latency. So the image appears to be a dashboard of some sort, providing various metrics, statistics, sales data, biggest deals of the month, list the names Alice, Jared, Heather, Sean, Marshall, Marsha, social followers, website, NPL, recent feedback, active users. This is great. This is exactly what the details are in this dashboard. Now you can ask anything from this dashboard. Now, let's say you're a data analyst and you want to quickly find out some key details from this dashboard. You can interact with Omni to get a breakdown of certain details. You can also use the GPT-4 Omni in agent framework, where you can have back and forth conversation and also assign knowledge base, vector database, etc. Let's try our second image. We're going to choose file. Let's go with Mona Lisa. Here, describe the image and the emotion, Mona Lisa, emotion of the lady in the picture. We're going to upload the Mona Lisa photo. All right. The image is a famous painting known as Mona Lisa, created by Leonardo da Vinci. The lady in the picture is shown from the chest up and has a slight smile on her face, which contributes to enigmatic expression. Her eyes appears to follow the viewer no matter where one stands in relation to the painting. The background features a distant landscape. Look how detailed. The overall impression of the woman's emotion is described as serene and mysterious, with her subtle smile and calm demeanor. That's what I thought. It's always seemed very mysterious to me, but it's really interesting how Omni was able to point out some additional details and describe the whole background in a lot of detail. So think about this. If you're learning a skill, if you want to be the next Sherlock Holmes, this could help you deduce things from images and help you become a better observer, etc. So this is great. Now let's put Omni to the test. Let's see if it can detect brain hemorrhage in a CT scan. Okay, so we included a CT scan image. Wow, and again, look how fast it responded. And OpenAI wasn't kidding when it said it's going to be faster than all its previous models. There is a reason for that. And if you're building applications on top of this API, you will be surprised, my friend. The image consists of 2 brain CT scans. I'm no medical professional, but it seems very professional. As these images are medical scans, there is no lady or person. Oh, I forgot to change the query text. So I'll say, as a medical diagnosis professional, tell me about this image. All right, let's do this. Slight hiccup, but it's fine. Let's go test. All right. Oh, again, it's just so fast. The image depicts 2 repeated scans of the brain. These scans are typically used to obtain a detailed picture of the brain structure. Okay, now it's going to examine interpretation. These findings might suggest an abnormal mass, such as a tumor, or pathological condition, such as an abscess. Differences in density indicated. This is great. It was able to identify the hemorrhage. Now, imagine this. If you build an agent framework on top of this, where it collects users' data and it stores conversations and threads, doctors could use this as part of their practice to keep track of patients' diagnosis, their conversations, their history, their images, and it would speed things up so much more. I understand there's actual professionals there who are looking at the CT scans every day, maybe a long time to deduce the final interpretation. And as you can see, just from 2-3 seconds, Omni was able to do a complete thorough medical diagnosis of the image. This means a lot. I'm really excited about the future of AI with flagship models like GPT-4 Omni. Then you have Claude from Anthropic and Gemini from Google. You also have Llama from Meta, driven by the community aspect. I made another video where I did a thorough analysis of the GPT-4 Omni, including cost analysis and as well as talk about some of the latest developments from OpenAI. Make sure you check that video out. We call this Chat Completion with GPT-4 Omni. I'm going to put a link to this notebook in the description below, so you can use it for your needs. If you see the LM model leaderboard, GPT-4 is still on the top. GPT-4 Omni is not in the list yet. OpenAI researchers have also evaluated and benchmarked the Omni's performance against the same benchmark here. They use the ELO score and they've determined that it's 60 points higher than the GPT-4 Turbo. So what that means that Omni could soon take the first place. That also means that GPT-5 tsunami is coming. You have the option to ride it or get crushed by it, because they'll introduce something called agent technology, which will allow you to use natural language to program your assistants to do tasks for you, like browse the web, schedule posts, and they can also learn autonomously. I've made a video earlier about Devin, the AI autonomous software engineer. He can create complex applications for you that can do research and debug code, published to GitHub repositories. The GPT technology is growing rapidly. They're training and improving every day. Okay, the AI revolution is here, and those who embrace it will be the 1% leading the charge. Don't take the easy route, because that's going to hurt you in the long term. Devin will not understand your complex Zapier workflows. Devin can understand code. It speaks its unique language. So it's really important that you start leveling up yourself and understanding the languages of these autonomous agents, which are prompt engineering as well as Python. Don't get left behind. By understanding their language, you're not only going to future-proof yourself from the tsunami, but you're also going to create amazing software as applications, manage and understand these bots, so you can make the bots do the work for you. In this day and age, we need to be co-partners with our autonomous friends, and we need to understand their language. So stop fiddling around with Zapier and complex workflows. Start learning Python today so you can upskill yourself and be ready for this change. I have a community waiting for you. Python for assistants and agents is absolutely free to join, but it won't be free for a long time. You get access to community and resources so you can understand how assistant, agent technology work, and how you can upskill yourself with Python and prompt engineering. If you found value in this video, make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you get updated every time I drop a new video. I'm going to be doing a lot more testing with the file search features, vector databases, as well as Omni's multimodal capabilities, including voice. So definitely stay tuned for that. Watch this video to see how you can use Omni in an agent framework, and watch this video to get a complete breakdown of Omni's capabilities as well as OpenAI's latest developments. This is Imtiaz, your thought partner to build, deploy, and sell AI agents. GPT pioneers, let's go.